Hello, my name is Keith Norris. I'm with Washington Professional Systems. I'm a systems technical specialist, AV systems programmer, and I'd like to take the time to present to you some of the panel concepts that I've designed for the United States Patent and Trade Office, the Madison Auditorium project. This is not complete at this point, but it shows enough of the functionality and flow so you'll get a good idea of how the system will operate and function. Here we're showing an opening screen, which would be typical of when the system is powered down and the person approaches the screen. By touching the screen, the system will open. Currently there'll be other content that will explain what these buttons do as an opening splash. Right now that hasn't been programmed yet. We have a main volume control that's easily accessible and visible. Multi-function button here to change between what volume controls will be present at the time the system is turned on. We have scrollable buttons that allow you to easily access the functions of the control system. We have room setup, room controls, and we have our matrix buttons that will allow us to configure our matrices. Currently, if I were to select a matrix, this would be a 32 by 32, we'll see I already have something in here right now. All the inputs for the matrix are scrollable, as you can see, and the beauty of this system is we have a help button, so we can activate the help button and it will produce a PDF of the current block diagram of the control system, of the whole technical system in block format, so it's simple and easy to follow. And you'll notice that the matrix that is being addressed is highlighted in this PDF. PDFs are nice because we can zoom in on them and we can scroll. We can also scroll around and get detail if we need more detail. We can do that, as you can see. And these help screens are available anywhere there's something like a matrix that's complicated and needs to have some reminder and direction and flow figured out. Since this is a complicated system and it's going to be manned primarily by technicians, we decided that this was a good idea to give more support. The beauty of this matrix is that we can select a source and drag it and drop it right into the output of the matrix mixer. It's a very visual, easy way to be able to set up a matrix. And we have different matrices. This would be for the 8x4. We can add a source. We can put an open source or a blank, or we can clear it by just simply dragging it off the screen. These would be different sources that are in this matrix. We can also hit the help button and you'll see that that matrix is highlighted. We can zoom in on it and we can see where it's going. You see it's going into this matrix mixer, or matrix, and we can follow the routes of this matrix from this matrix, so we can make decisions on what exactly we want to route to the outputs of this matrix. This would be another matrix mixer, or matrix. This would be our HD SDI, and they're all labeled, as you can see. Same thing applies. We can open up a PDF and it'll highlight where that is, and we can zoom in on it and take a closer look at where that matrix is going and what's going into it. We can't quite read it. We can always zoom in closer and we can see what those actually are. Say I've set up a matrix. The beauty of this system is that we can also store presets on these matrices. Currently I show all my layers are locked. In normal operation this would be the case, because most of the time we're going to be working on the system as a whole, and anything we do with one, we want to keep everything the same behind, and we'll just keep refreshing the store. Give you an example of storing a preset. Say I have this set up here, set up. Another thing to notice too is when you drag and drop a source, you get an indicator that will show all the functionality of that source if available. Currently the record is only showing that it is record output, no controls of the recorder. In the case of a codec, if we were to drag a codec, say to the plate patch 2, you'll see that we have a codec indicator, whereas if we were to drag the TriCaster, we would just get a TriCaster indication showing that that's what's currently selected. If I want to go to the codec, I just touch it and it'll appear. These become like active buttons, so I can actually change this content by just selecting. If I want to clear a source, again, all I have to do is grab it, drag it off the screen, and it clears the source, and it's no longer, the route will clear. So I have this set up, and I want to remember this, and I want to store it. So what I do is I select from my 20 or so buttons I have in here. I have plenty of places to store presets. And as you can see, I recalled one right there. Say I want to create a new one, where I'm putting all these sources here. Then I can hit store, and you'll see it's ready, and I can select a new spot for that matrix. Now I have a unique matrix set up. This was an old one, but I have no title for it. Well, it's nice to indicate what the title is. We go to our edit text field, and we can see that this preset here that we're working on, number 3, we can give it a title. And we easily do that by just saying new title. Okay, and then we store it by holding it for 5 seconds. And then we return, and we'll see now we have our new title for that matrix. So this gives us the ability to be able to set up presets, and you can see up to 20 of them. And if I want to do another one, I can select it, and then I go to edit text, and that will select. That needs to be corrected. That should follow. Again, this is a demo of the functionality of this panel. Room controls would be things like your volume controls, screen controls, projector controls. Right now I'm showing the volume controls, and these would be all the zones that currently are accessible by our matrix, our audio matrix. Room setup enables us to be able to decide what configuration we want to give the podium users for positioning of the podiums. If our podium is positioned in a certain place and we want to use this projector, or we're in dual mode where the room is open, this sets up the room for those parameters. Mostly pertains to the users out on the floor. The technicians are going to have more access to everything specifically. And here's a single mode. Here's a divided dual short, and then we have this mode also. This concludes the demonstration of the United States Patent and Trade Office Madison Auditorium technical interface. Thank you.